What's going on, beautiful people? My name is Orange is AI, and today we're putting two AI heavyweights in a head-to-head match. Midjourney versus Nano Banana. Same exact prompts, completely different results. I'm breaking down how each model interprets the prompt, what they get right, where they fall apart, and which one gives you the better image for real world content creation. If you're trying to decide which AI tool to use for your next project, this video is gonna save you a ton of time. Let's get into it. Midjourney versus Nano Banana. Let's go. So I'll be using my creative assistant, ChatGPT, to actually craft the prompts that I want to use. Most people type it right here in the search bar. I'm actually going to use Dictate to be able to use my voice to be able to get the results that I'm looking for. Hey, ChatGPT, I'm creating a comparison between Midjourney and Google Gemini Nano Banana. I want to use the same prompt for both and kind of compare the results. So give me 3 prompts. 1, a business professional, 2, a fantasy world, and 3, an object with text. Give me 3 different prompts because I'm gonna compare it all. So I'm gonna hit check here, and it's going to read what I say and give me those prompts. I can always edit it if I need to, but everything looks pretty good. Let's try the first prompt. A confident black business professional standing in a modern glass-walled office, soft window, light, sharp tailored navy suit, clean fade haircut, shallow depth of field, cinematic clarity, realistic skin texture. This one will reveal how each model handles skin, lighting, fabric detail, and realism. Okay, so we're here using Google Gemini. To activate Nano Banana, you select the toolbar, create images, and then you describe your image. We're gonna hit submit. On Midjourney, you simply click create, paste right here in the bar. With Midjourney, you can actually change the aspect ratio. Google Gemini only allows 1:1 ratio. So I'm gonna keep it 1:1 ratio in Midjourney as well to kind of make it fair. But as you see, there's a whole lot more customization that you can do in Midjourney. So we're gonna go ahead and submit that. See where we at. Okay, so here's an image that captures that description. Pretty good image. I really like the details in the hands. Just looks phenomenal. I'm actually download it and we're gonna kind of compare it there. I always like to get a good idea of what it looks like when it's actually blown up. 1.2 megabytes, not too bad. This is what it looks like fully. I think this is a fantastic image. It really captures the prompt really well, has the fade, all the details look like an actual person, look like a stock photo. It looks like a stock photo. It looks like, you know, it's fantastic, I think. Now with Midjourney, the difference between Google Gemini and Midjourney is you get 4 different options. You can kind of bring it down to 1, but you could get 4. So let's say we were to use this image right here. So let's go ahead and download that. I love having options, but I love also being able to just pick the best one out of each. So a comparison, we have Nano Banana and we have Midjourney. I would say Midjourney is way more cinematic. It looks a little bit more realistic, like a movie scene. With Nano Banana, it looks really well. It looks really done really well, but I can see that it kind of has like more of a AI image, you know, creation look. One thing that I also noticed is on the bottom right of all the Google Gemini photos or with Nano Banana is the star here, the tag embedded on all the Nano Banana Google Gemini images. And that's kind of unfortunate because I really would like to kind of see just to have the image by itself, especially when I'm paying for the pro version. All right, so our next test is a fantasy world, a floating desert city powered by glowing blue crystals, giant airships drifting overhead, warm sunset light, swirling sand clouds, ultra detailed architecture, epic fantasy atmosphere. This shows off world building, color control, and environmental rendering. So we're gonna go ahead and copy that here, paste this right here in Google Gemini. And as that's generating, we're gonna do the same here in Midjourney. The render times are really quick. I will never complain about the render times that we get, because to be able to create stuff like this in the amount of time that we're able to create is incredible. So we have the image here. So I want to go ahead and click File, Open, so that way I can see the image in its totality, so that we can make a fair comparison. 1.5 megabytes. Let's take a look at what we have here. 1, 2, 3. I love the detail in the clouds. Okay, so let's go with this image right here. Perfect, we're gonna download that as well. Yes, we want to. We're gonna click File, Open to download the Midjourney file. Let's take a look at what the megabytes is for that too. So both are 1.5 megabytes. We can always use an upscaler to upscale it, but this is the comparison. We have the real fantasy element here. We have our star, which is annoying. But I think it really understood the prompt. It gave me what I was looking for. Let's take a look at Midjourney. I think it did the exact same thing. It gave us what we were looking for in terms of coherence with the prompt. However, I do notice a little bit more detail inside Midjourney, actually a lot bit more detail inside Midjourney, where it looks like something that I would actually kind of want to use while, the Gemini generated image. This is something that we can always upscale in an upscaler to be able to make it a little bit less blurry, you could say. But the detail inside Midjourney is second to none. So even just in the clouds, really like that. Okay, so our last prompt will be an object with text. The prompt is a sleek, matte black coffee mug on a white backdrop, bold white text printed on the mug that reads, "Orange is AI." Studio lighting, crisp shadows, product photography style. This is perfect for testing text accuracy and object precision. So let's dive right into that. I'm gonna go ahead, copy that. What I do want to do is I don't want to separate Orange is AI. I want to kind of keep that together, and I'm gonna actually put a lowercase I here. As a matter of fact, I think I want to change up the prompt just a little bit, but we're gonna make sure that we keep the same prompt for Midjourney as well. So we'll just copy it from here. We'll add in quotation marks so that way the AI software knows that I want to have that in text. So we've copied that. We're gonna do the exact same thing in Midjourney. And this right here is gonna test the text coherence to see how well it does in text. So Orange is AI, bam, we got it. So let's go ahead and download it. File, open file. This allows you to be able to see your file in a tab by itself. Orange is AI. I wish I could kind of see the mug and everything, but it's all good. Don't see the tag in Google Gemini, but that's probably because it's a white background. So let's go ahead, Midjourney, go to Midjourney. You know what, that's what it didn't do. It didn't do the shadows and the studio lighting. Well, I guess it did with the cast of the shadow here, but this right here, I think it did it way more. The Orange is AI is jacked up. Okay, I definitely said not orange.ai, but Orange is AI. Orange AI. Orange AI with the backdrop. I do like that backdrop. That's really cool. So we're gonna let's go with this right here. So it's the most kind of comparable that we can go. And I think for the first time in the two tests that we've done, I think Nano Banana may be a little bit better at. Okay, bam. So Google Gemini gave me this image of a mug based off of my prompt. It got the text absolutely correct. I wish I would have been able to see like the handle of the mug. It definitely got like a product photography type of vibe. And I'm pretty sure if I would have reran the test a couple more times, or just told it to, hey, let me see the mug, that, you know, the actual handle part, it would have showed it. But this is just the first prompt of what it gave. But the standout thing is it getting the text correct. And that is very important when it comes to product photography. Now, when it comes to Midjourney, I get way more detail, like even just the light from here and the bokeh from the right side. I like that. It's a little bit more closer up. But it did not nail the text. And I think that is where the biggest difference is, where I may have to try a couple different renders to get Midjourney to do what I need to do text-wise, but Nano Banana was able to nail it out of nowhere. So what I would like to do is actually kind of use both of them to work together. So let's go ahead. I want to actually download this image, which actually I already have it downloaded. So let's upload the image that has the detail from Midjourney. And I want to actually prompt it to say, hey, can you change the text to Orange is AI? Can you change the text to read Orange is AI? Okay, perfect. So we used the Midjourney image that did not give good text, and we uploaded it into Google Gemini, and it gave us the same image, but it did fix the text. And more text will be coming soon. So if you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and definitely check out some more videos. Until next time, y'all. Peace.